Alright, we'll go back to Persona 5. Last time we met in Persona 5, we came back to Kanashiro's palace and we actually began the infiltration process. But now we are actually continuing on through the palace. That's really all that happened. We didn't make... I think we made a bit of progression. We didn't make a lot. This part, though, I feel like we'll be making a lot of progression. In fact, I think we'll be pretty much close to finished by the end of this part, or at least in the second half. So this part right here is, well, first up, we need to get into the room at the top of the square in order to activate the next checkpoint, I guess the next major milestone of the palace, which what we need to do is essentially steal key cards, I believe, and do a whole sort of... Oh, yeah, I love doing that. I love doing all-out attacks right after stealing their money. Especially if it kills. So really, this next part... I don't know. How do I word this? So, I think we're actually about to get to the vault, but we're not going to get to the actual treasure yet. Man. But right now I actually have to destroy another one of the a couple of the electric boxes in order to get to the room in the first place, because as you saw, there were a bunch of cameras there. I mean, theoretically, you could run through all of them and raise the security level. But me, I don't like doing that, mainly because I know I have mentioned countless times that security level is almost pointless in this game, because you can just get it right back down pretty quickly. But at the same time, I don't want to go through the effort of lowering it, I guess, is the way you could word that. I kind of keep forgetting that I keep changing costumes. Because later on in the playthrough, I'm going to stop using costumes. Mainly because there's a lot of costumes that don't really change the music. Or the costumes just don't really interest me in terms of look. Like, I think the only ones that really interest me are the Persona 3 and Persona 4. I get, and just the Persona ones in general. There are a few SMT ones that I would have used more often, but I just kind of forgot they existed, I guess, because they just don't look visually pleasing to me. There is the Catherine costume I do use, but that's Catherine. Did I just get a weapon or something? Because why did I stop? That was weird. Actually, that's actually one thing about Royal I'm actually going to compliment real quick. Royal gives you the option of instantly equipping a weapon if it's better than the original. You know damn well what that's for. Is it just one or two of these? I feel like it's just one. I think it's just the one. Oh, no, it's two. I actually like Royal, though, gives you the choice to re-equip a new one if the new weapon you just got is superior to the one you're currently equipped with. Specifically, if it's in the metaverse. I don't think it does that in the real world, because it is possible to get weapons in the real world, of course. Especially in Royal with the trader guy. I won't get into that now. No, you need to go upstairs first, moron. And what I just got there, though, the black dagger, that essentially is a crafting tool. In the in the Velvet Room, there is a execution thing you can do, where I believe it's the electric chair, where it can give you an item, where it can give you skill cards, accessories, and weapons. Well, the dagger, that dagger is essentially a weapon that allows you to switch that allows you to craft those any weapons. So, and it doesn't have to necessarily be a dagger, you know, Joker's weapon. It could be for on Yusuke, Makoto. It could be for anybody. As if you read the description, it says it has the power to transmutate, meaning that you can transform it into anything you want. So now, so let me explain this. So for this thing, there are these two powerful shadows. You know, it'd be dangerous to fight them both at the same time. So what we have to do is we have to fight them separately. And they're both shadows of the Key family, I guess you could say. So this one, I believe, is weak to nuclear. I always make it a point to increase Joker's defense whenever it comes to mini bosses, just so I don't have to worry about, you know. Oh wow, that worked out pretty well actually. That legitimately worked out in my favor. Okay, yeah, I know he's not weak to wind. And I believe he's resistant to physical. Is he weak to... I don't think he's weak to nuclear. What is he weak to? I think it's lightning, actually. Oh my god, he keeps getting frozen, though, so it doesn't matter. I would have just gone with Skullcracker. Oh, that works, too. But you have to fight these two shadows separately. Luckily, there are moments where the game will force you to backtrack, and you can either backtrack yourself to keep exploring, or you can instantly backtrack by saying, let's just go straight there, which is great. Because especially if you are like me and explored every inch of a palace before a certain checkpoint, you know that there's nothing left for you to take. You know what I wish? I wish there was, in this game, whenever you equipped certain costumes, it changed the dungeon theme. But, you know, that'd be taking way too much programming, so it's fine that they didn't. What was that? Nah. Okay, this one was weak to nuclear. Because I remember one being weak to nuclear in the, Queen and Makoto's Awakening. Then again, I don't think that last one was even in the Makoto's Awakening sequence, so it didn't matter. If Yusuke... Oh, he absorbs ice. I was about to say, if Yusuke freezes him, I'm going to get mad. Alright, this should kill him. Alright. Oh, Treasure Demon. Man, I'm getting Treasure Demons more often than I remember getting. I got, like, my first playthrough, I only got, like, 2 Treasure Demons. But now I'm just getting them all the time. And again, in this Let's Play, certain luck-based things happen way more often than my test playthrough and in my first ever playthrough of this game. Fusion accidents happen more often in this playthrough than in my test playthrough. Like, I'm pretty sure that's going to happen in Royal too. Whenever I get to that in the future, in the far future, I only had, if I remember correctly, in my playthrough of Royal, I remember only having a grand total of 3 fusion accidents. That's even considering my That's even counting the fusion accidents in the Oh, we're just back here. That's just a shortcut back to the top, to the entrance. So take that if you would like. That's even accounting for fusion alerts, because in fusion alerts, you are more susceptible to fusion accidents, especially if you use the same method more than once. Were you just not even in the party? Why use him? I guess they didn't think anyone would use Yusuke for this area?
Yes.
Nice work, Joker. Alright. Look at all this money. I'm just going to spoil this now. All the money in the palace is fake. Like, all the money on the floor. The yen we're picking up is real. Yeah, that's actually a... Hold on. I need to think about this for a second. How does that work? You know, the money we pick up here is real, but we're going to see later that Kanashiro gives us a Kanashiro's treasure is a briefcase full of money, but it's fake money. Like, it's like children's bank money. How does that work? I mean, if the yen we're getting here, like in battles, is real, but Kanashiro's money is fake, wouldn't that mean that all the money we get from palaces are fake? I'm just throwing this out here. Like, wouldn't that make sense? Then again, I don't know many RPGs that don't give you money for completing battles. Like, I can't think of any off the top of my head. I feel like Evoland does that, but Evoland's a weird game anyway. Evoland does something... Evoland's just a giant middle finger to the face for RPG players, because it just makes fun of you. Final Fantasy does. I know that for a fact. I feel like I've played one where that doesn't give you... Why did you keep Obaron? Why'd you get that level 9? Oh, I think I need it for a fusion. That's why I'm keeping it around, because I need it for Caroline. I probably need it for Caroline and Justine. Okay. Or probably not. I'm just being stupid. Oh, and that's actually a thing I will compliment this game for, is if you ambush an enemy that spawns right there, that is in front of a spotlight, and the spotlight turns on right when you get out, it doesn't count against you. Which is nice, because that would have been some serious bullshit. Oh, you know what? You know what? Past me, I hate you. I was about to say, like, you're seriously gonna waste your time.
Now, let's continue. Nice work, team.
Okay. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering why there are times where I just suddenly press the open the menu, that's actually just out of that's just me checking the guide to make sure I'm going the right way, even after a battle, or if I'm looking at affinities and I may have scrolled too far down. I'm trying to scroll back up. Or I'm checking the time. Usually it's checking the time. I know for a fact this is actually kind of when I start really checking time for recordings, because I try to keep parts at least 20 to 30 minutes long, but as you can see here, this doesn't do a really good job. And it's mainly because I try to end at a very logical point. I don't like ending... I try to end when I'm in a safe room. That way I don't accidentally start a... You know, because the part I end on could be a day where I'm taking a bit of a break, and I don't want to... Because how I do this is, especially for this game, I just left my PS4 on and just put it in rest mode for the day, and then picked it up at a later time. And I didn't want to just leave myself vulnerable by just pressing the menu button and then suddenly opening it and seeing that an enemy spawned right next to me. So I was being considerate of my future self, but not by much. There's actually like one part, I think, that kind of gets to be at least an hour long, not counting the finale, because I was actually fine with the finale being long. And actually, the finale being long is fine, because the credits are so fucking long in this game. Not as long as anything... Not as long as Arkham Origins. Jesus fucking Christ, Arkham Origins is credits. No, don't get rid of that one. You like that one. I like that one. No, don't! You use that one, you idiot! You actually use that one. I hate you for that. Anyway, in terms of the Let's Play channel right now, I think actually next week, at the time of this recording, a new Let's Play has started. And I hope you guys are enjoying that one. If you're not enjoying that one, then I would highly recommend heading on over there and checking it out in the first place. I'm not gonna tell you what it is. Be pretty obvious, especially since this part would be uploaded on a Saturday, considering that the Persona 5 Let's Play is now an epic summer Let's Play that goes on all week. I haven't started back up Story-Driven Sundays or... Oh, oops. I haven't started Story-Driven Sundays or the dancing segment stuff back up just yet. I'm probably going to wait a little bit on that. Probably wait until the end of the Persona 5 LP to restart that stuff. I'll just continue where I left off. Oh, this is not good. Oh, God. Oh, God, I don't like any of this. So this is the one time he wants to go to sleep. You just hear Morgana in the background. Wait, wind is it technical for that? I guess any attack's technical, technically. Oh, poor Yusuke. He's like, I'm like, oh, fuck. I guess we get to listen to Time to Make History now, because... Did they just give me a free heal? Except for poor Yusuke. He's getting the abuse here. Just use gun. There's legitimately no point, though. I mean, I could weak them and then use Rampage. Don't you mean looking cool? Ah, fuck. So I essentially just got a free heal out of that. I got a free heal out of that, which is great, except for Yusuke, the poor soul. That was weird though. They weren't taking advantage of that. They weren't attacking me, and this is normal mode. Normal mode, they would have gone after me. That was weird. I must have tripped up the AI. I mean, I'll take it, but holy crap. Poor Yusuke, though. Poor guy. Hope he's okay. Anyway, what was I saying? I'm probably gonna... I think I was talking about the dancing segment. I know those segments did not last long in terms of consistency, but I will just continue where I left off when I start picking those back up again, because... You know, yeah, this this past few months have been very chaotic in a very short amount of time. You know, and I would say it took weeks for it to change. Um, and I know I haven't really talked much about it. I mean, I probably have. I just don't really. I haven't really done like a sort of update on that. Mainly because I didn't want to let it affect me too much, but it just did anyway. Thank God that them getting in the spotlights don't count. But with everything going on, it was hard to keep. It was hard to schedule everything, and especially considering that I had a sudden shift to online classes, so I had to actually use my I actually had to use my desk for its intended purpose. I actually had to use my desk for working for longer than a day. So, and when I wasn't working on college stuff, I was sleeping. And I also was marathoning the Persona 5 game. I was marathoning the Persona 5 LP. I literally had 2 playthroughs of Persona 5 back to back, if you're counting Royal. Because right when I finished the Let's Play for Persona 5, in terms of recordings, the Royal came out. And I was just like, well, I have practice from the original, so I guess I have the original fresh in my mind, so now I can point out the differences much better. Yeah, man, come on. If I miss, I'm going to punch myself in the face. I don't even have anything to use against him. Actually, this is I am technically watching 3 playthroughs. I am technically doing 3 playthroughs of Persona 5, because I had to record the footage for this playthrough. I played through Royal, and now I have to watch the playthrough again. Technically, I'm watching the playthrough twice. One for editing purposes. Actually, I'm watching it the first time. Actually, 3 times. I'm watching it once for editing, once for commentary, and then a 3rd time to make sure everything's up to snuff in terms of editing. Like, if I miss something, then I fix it. And also fixing my commentary audio.
Nice work, team.
So yeah, I essentially have seen Persona 5 at least 7 times within the past year. Holy fucking shit. What's funny is I'm probably going to do a Let's Play of Persona 5 Scramble right when it comes out, because I actually legitimately do look forward to that game. But, that's assuming it comes out soon-ish. Because apparently there are rumors of the game being localized. Well, okay, I'm pretty sure it's going to be localized. It's a pretty safe assumption that Scramble is going to be localized for Western audiences, because otherwise it wouldn't be really fair that Japanese audiences are getting that game. And wow, nice job, Makoto. But American audience aren't even allowed to get it. And I know a lot of you guys are probably asking me, well, why don't you just get the Japanese version? No. I actually kind of want to understand the game. Because, I'm assuming there's no English option for text. So I would like to actually understand what the game is saying to me. And I'm not going to watch a walkthrough on YouTube. I don't like doing that for games I haven't played yet. Like, I think the only time I really look at guides are for RPGs. But I don't look at story walkthroughs. I only look at, like, walkthroughs for collectibles, or just how to get through a puzzle, and only if the puzzle's like stumping me.
Show me your true form.
Like, I will not look at a story walkthrough, because my playthrough of Persona 5, my playthroughs of Persona games, I do look at guides for schedules, so I know what to do and when to do it, so I can make sure I get all the social links and stuff done. But the guides I look at, they don't go into detail of what happens in the story. It just says, like, when it's a story-driven area, it just says story, and I can and that's all that happens.
Ravage them.
Looking cool, weak against nuclear attack.
Persona! Go down. Persona!
Step on to the blind.
You're so gorgeous, Panther.
Oh, nice. So yeah, no, I will not be looking. I will not be getting the Japanese version of Scramble because I just I at least want to understand what the game is saying. I don't know Japanese at all. Like I know some people who are importing Scramble, and I just don't understand why. Like it's pretty obvious that Scramble's just going to come into the U.S. anyway. Like, why wouldn't they?
Okay.
Localize it. But then, and it was concerning at the fact that when Persona 5 Royal came out, they released a survey about Royal where they asked questions about like how did you come to buy Royal, and then like at the end of the survey they asked would you be interested in Persona 5 Scramble, the Phantom Strikers being released in the West, and I'm over here like, why the hell would anyone not be interested? Like, I mean, people have been interested in this game since the beginning. And to be honest, Atlas is not the best when it comes to listening to their fan base. I mean, people are still asking for Switch ports for Persona 5 or just Persona in general. And to be honest, I would like Persona on Switch. I would love to see the Persona series on Switch. But at the same time, I'm not really demanding it. I'm just more, it'd be nice to have. I know I'd buy it. Makoto's new gauntlets for Makoto. Like, I know for a fact I'd buy a Persona game on Switch day one, even if it was Persona 6. Because, I'm such a big fan of the series, and, I'd love to play Persona on the go. I jumped on Bayonetta on Switch, but I knew that was coming no matter what. Okay, now this is actually a moment I like to call bullshit right now. You can't go to the safe room before this battle. I'm just wanting to mention that. So, be careful here. They fixed that in Royal, though, which I'm happy about. Can we just get a count of how many times I say they fixed X in Royal? Babufula. No, nice one, Joker. No.
Let's go.
Doesn't he absorb? Oh, okay, it's the other one. For some reason, I thought they said Virgin Blast. I'm like, why the fuck is it named that? I'm just gonna heal everybody.
Much thanks.
This battle's not that hard, though. I recommend getting rid of the not golden one. I don't remember any of their names off the top of my head because there's like 40 different keys and I keep forgetting which ones are which. Just save the demonic warlord for the last. He's not weak to anything, so you could theoretically inflict him with a status ailment of some sort. And then use... Oh, no. Oh, okay. Never mind. He's weak to... I apologize. Okay, thank you, past me, for proving me wrong. As I was saying... so use Psy against him. I apologize. Well, that saved me a few comments. Well, that saved me a few corrections. I didn't know... I forgot I did that. Huh. Didn't matter, but well, now I know. And knowing is half the battle. G.I. Jose. Oh, I thought On was at level 10 for some reason. So I was like concerned, like, why is it still Carmen? Because I know Ryuji's at level 10 for the Confidant. Yusuke's pretty low. I think he's at like level 4. And Makoto hasn't even started yet. Oh God, we're starting that puzzle.
Okay, let's go.
And instead of going to the objective, I'm going to go to the safe room. Actually, what's funny is, you know, as I mentioned, you can't go to the safe room, but they put it here anyway. And the moment we get done with this elevator, there's a safe room right there.
Let's do it.
So, why? Why wouldn't it allow us to go to the safe room in the first place?
All right.
Also, if you pay attention to my save files, you'll notice that my playthrough, my second test playthrough kind of stops after this point because it never changes. This is actually kind of when I start binging the game.
Evenly matched, though.
This is kind of the point in when this, like, you'll know when my spring break starts based on the fact that I keep going after this.
Looking cool, Joker. Not over yet. Let's do this.
I miss Royal. Royal's baton pass system is so much better.
Not bad.
Don't push your luck. Go luck yourself.
This power. All right.
Well, that's that. Now let's hurry on.
Okay then.
I have something.
I don't know why I turned the menu on and then turn it off and then turn it right back on. I know I was just checking everybody's level.
Show me your true form.
Now we're evenly matched here. Weak against nuclear attacks.
Persona. You're mine.
I actually would have gone with double fangs.
Queen.
What? Alright, that works too. Oh,
Let's go. Prepare
just use Vicious Strike.
Defeated 2 foes.
Uh-oh.
Good one, Fox.
When's the time I have like 5 critical hits back to back on Joker? Is this the one?
Joker's down.
Yeah, that right there. I hated that. It doesn't kill me, luckily, but still, it made me angry. But Makoto got revenge, though.
Don't forget this feeling.
That makes me angry, though. I hate that when Rampage gives you 3 critical hits back to frickin' back.
All right.
Okay.
It's like, can you don't? All right, so this is so that hole in the center there is where our treasure is, and that's it. We just got to get there. So once we get there, our treasure is ready for the taking. And, you know, we got to send the calling card, have a whole part of confidants before sending the calling card. Actually, no, I think I send the calling card right after finishing infiltration, but I might be wrong on this. This part. So I'll talk about this mostly next part, but this is my least favorite puzzle in the entire game. So basically, what you need to do is enter the pin codes based on Kanashiro's journal. So this one, the first one, is pretty simple. 102. I mean, 0102. Pretty easy. Because it tells you, like, R equals 1 or whatever. It tells you R equals blank and stuff like that. And later ones will start doing that, but it'll start, like, telling you to add numbers or merge two letters together and stuff like that. And you're going to be constantly opening the menus, going to your key items, looking at the journals, and trying to decode them. Don't even waste your time if it's your first playthrough. Just look up a guide and enter the numbers yourself because it is like 20 times faster. And Royal doesn't fix this. Damn it, Royal. You were supposed to be better. Anyway, so the next time we meet in Persona 5, we're going to be starting the pin codes puzzle. Pretty simple part. So see you guys next time and take care.